Words of the planets. The sun is the significator of the spirit in man, the beingness or isness of life, the immortal part of man's complex manifestation. It rules the basic drive for significance, the will to be. Physically, the sun is the sustainer of life, giver of light, heat, and energy. More than anything else in the chart, it shows the will, man's highest expression. Its aspects show deep character traits, the chief ambitions. It needs aspects to the planets for strength of expression in the horoscope. As the sun moves through the signs, its return to the sign of its exaltation, Aries, the eastern horizon, marks the beginning of the astrological year. Springtime brings the release of a new cycle of life. As the sun moves through the houses, its return to the eastern horizon is the beginning of the astrological day, sunrise. The sun in its basic attributes, will, determination, dignity, confidence, reliance, vitality, loyalty, poise, fortitude, optimism. In its positive expression, self-consciousness, strength, authoritativeness, positivity, individualism, power, leadership, confidence, courage, faith. In its negative expression, self-will, cruelty, austerity, arrogance, willfulness, aggressiveness, dictatorialness, egocentricness, overbearingness, pessimism. The moon, the builder of form. The moon is the significator of the personality and the subconscious and instinctive patterns therein. The moon rules the form side of life and the functional activity of the body. Birth and death are under the dominion of the moon. The tides and rhythms of the body, as well as the tides in the ocean, are under the influence of the moon. The moon rules the emotional and feeling side of man's nature. It rules the public, mass consciousness, which does not reason but responds to life through emotions. The demagogues know this fact well. They are able to influence public opinion by playing on the emotions and feelings of the people. The moon in the physical universe has no light of its own. It shines by the reflected light of the sun. The personality has no light of its own. It is like an unlit room. Only when the light of the real self, the sun, shines through is it truly illumined. The masculine, positive sun rules the spirit and is electrical in nature. The feminine moon rules form, the receptive and magnetic pole of life. The moon in its basic expression, matter, maternalness, flexibility, sensitivity, receptivity, feeling, imagination, domesticity, sympathy. In its positive expression, growth, protectiveness, plasticity, positive psychism, magnetism, peacefulness, creativity, kindness, impressionability. In its negative expression, materialism, smother love, emotional instability, negative mediumship, passivity, moodiness, visionary, worry, changeability. Mercury, the link of mind. The masculine sun rules spirit, the positive polarity. The feminine moon rules form, the negative polarity. Androgynous Mercury rules the reasoning mind, the link between spirit and form, and is the messenger of the gods. With the reasoning mind, we are self-conscious, aware of the activities in the world about us. We are able to perceive and evaluate through thought and action, to observe cause and effect, action and reaction. Mercury is the link of communication. Inwardly, the link of reason between spirit and form. Externally, the senses permit communication between ourselves and others. Through reason, man has freedom of choice and is responsible for his own acts. He has the opportunity for self-conscious advancement and growth and can become aware of his divine origin and potentiality. Mercury, being reflective, needs aspects for its expansion. The closest aspect is very important. Basic expression, reason, agility, expressiveness, adaptability, duality, analyticalness, senses, changeability, activity. Positive expression, brilliance, alertness, articulateness, versatility, discrimination, preciseness, awareness, efficiency, dexterity. Negative expression, skepticism, irresponsibility, verbosity, mental instability, indecisiveness, criticalness, diffusiveness, restlessness, imitativeness. Venus, beauty and love. The masculine sun rules spirit, the life principle. The feminine moon is the builder of form. Androgynous Mercury is the reasoning mind, the vehicle of self-consciousness, separateness. Through reason, we become conscious of ourselves as separate, evolving beings. Feminine Venus is the goddess of love and beauty. Through love, we are conscious of others and can understand the principle of union and achieve unity. Life, form, and reason are necessities of human existence. Venus changes existence to living through the addition of love, art, and beauty in all the departments of physical life. Venus is also the planet of harmony, cooperation, and refinement. Through Venus, we beautify ourselves, our appearance, expression, and environments, and the lives of others. We can exist without love and beauty, but we cannot truly live without love, beauty, cooperation, harmony, and unity. Basic expression, beauty, love, art, sociability, femininity, impressionability, gentleness, cooperativeness, originality. Positive expression, harmony, devotion, refinement, affection, attractiveness, responsiveness, courtesy, considerateness, constructiveness. Negative expression, indolence, sentimentality, ostentation, superficiality, flirtatiousness, oversensitiveness, indifference, evasiveness, vacillation. Mars, desire, energy, and action. Mars is the planet of desire and dynamic energy, the planet of action. It shows the urge and energy to accomplish, build, and progress. One way to realize our desires is to work and earn. Through this, we develop the ability to hold our own against economic competition, gain self-confidence, and learn self-discipline. Mars is also the planet of war. Through war, we can experience hatred or heroism, killing or self-sacrifice. And we can find courage and endurance we did not know we had. Besides the war with others, there is the struggle within for self-mastery. From the desire and action of Mars, we gain valuable experience which will ultimately teach us to use our energies constructively and transmute desire into will and healing power. It is the use of or misuse of this energy that makes one man a saint and another man a devil. Basic expression, energy, dynamicness, impulsiveness, leadership, courage, expression, independence, generative force, forcefulness, practicality. Positive expression, enthusiasm, forcefulness, spontaneity, assertiveness, heroicness, frankness, self-reliance, transmutation, fearlessness, constructive. Negative expression, domination, defiance, violence, combativeness, foolhardiness, sarcasm, separateness, passion, cruelty, destructiveness. Jupiter, the expander. Jupiter is the great benefic. It is the largest planet in our system. Jupiter does things on a large scale. He is the promoter, expansive, optimistic, popular, successful, and generous. Jupiter afflicted is overconfident, exaggerates, is extravagant, conceited, fond of display, and goes to excess in many things. Jupiter is also the preserver. We preserve food in tin cans. Tin is Jupiter's metal. He is active and conservative in religious and philosophical activities, favoring the more orthodox and established religions. Ritual and ceremony are correlated with the Jupiterian energy. Jupiter is the planet of the higher mind. He lifts man's eyes up, takes man out of himself and stimulates aspiration, idealism, tolerance, understanding, and vision. Jupiter also likes to live to the utmost, many times dissipating time, opportunity, money, and energy. Basic expression: aspiration, generosity, benevolence, religion, orthodoxy, confidence, optimism, humane, mercy, dignity. Positive expression: idealism, philanthropy, understanding, devoutness, reverence, faithfulness, radiance, charitableness, kindness, poise. Negative expression: impracticality, extravagance, indulgence, fanaticism, bigotry, cynicism, pompousness, gullibility, indolence, formality. Saturn the tester. Saturn's goal is perfection. Through the chastening process of testing, sorrow, delay, disappointment, limitation, and privation, man learns the purpose of life is not pleasure, but to gain experience, patience, humility, wisdom, and compassion. Through disintegration, old, worn out, useless, and crystallized forms are destroyed so better, more beautiful, useful, and adaptable forms may replace them. Through experience, patience, persistence, and self-discipline, we can change the negative Saturn qualities of skepticism, fear, suppression, materialism, and self-preservation into confidence, dependability, reverence, wisdom, and compassion. In Saturn's silence, in retrospection, meditation, concentration, looking within for guidance, and be willing to wait, Saturn helps us to bear our karma and pass the tests of life, and finally enables us to reach the perfection we must all attain in the process of evolution. Basic expression: caution, restraint, seriousness, sincerity, acquisitiveness, defensiveness, justice, law, stability. Positive expression: patience, self-discipline, humility, responsibility, thriftiness, diplomacy, forbearance, respect, endurance. Negative expression: fearfulness, suppression, sensitivity, severity, miserliness, pessimism, exacting sternness, rigidity, obstructiveness. Uranus, the Awakener. As the discovery of Uranus changed the old planetary pattern and concepts, so Uranus brings changes into our lives today. The unexpected, sudden, erratic, and unpredictable events are Uranus in action. People with Uranus angular, especially in the 1st or 10th house, are highly individualized people living in the future and are interested in now things and developments. Science, astrology, metaphysics, and occultism are in the domain of Uranus. Uranians are creative and often need a hobby to express their creativity and use their energies constructively. Being a slow-moving planet, Uranus's house position is very important as it stays in that sign 7 years. The conjunction or opposition of Uranus to a natal planet is very important. Even with benefic aspects, Uranus changes are often disruptive, but it always changes the status quo for a new and better pattern. It destroys the ruts in which we can get stuck and sets us free. Behold, I maketh all things new is the keynote of Uranus. As Uranus is invisible to the physical eyes, so we must use our inner perception to respond truly to its higher vibrations. Only then does Uranus bring about the inner awakening. Basic expression: independence, originality, genius, unconventionality, idealism, reformer, intuition, impersonality, freedom. Positive expression: progressiveness, nonconformity, inventiveness, spiritedness, universal love, pioneer, perception, resourcefulness, individualism. Its negative expression: radicalness, rebelliousness, erraticness, eccentricity, detachment, fanaticism, over-impulsiveness, irresponsibility, combativeness. Neptune, the dissolver. The brightest light casts the deepest shadow. Neptune can reach the most sublime heights or the lowest depths. It rules the next dimension, the astral plane, and finds it difficult to be earthbound. It dissolves matter rather than builds it on the material level. When Neptune is very strong in the chart, the native is very sensitive, secretive, and often dislikes the hard world of reality. They sometimes seek temporary escape by living in a dream world of their own creation, filled with visions, shadows, fantasy, erotic and bizarre daydreams. They dislike the awakening to reality. To them, the unreal seems real, and the real seems unreal. They often feel the normal things of life are too commonplace and seek something more stimulating and sensational. Neptune is the great masquerader. The positive aspects of Neptune show wisdom beyond reason, genius, creative ability in the literary, poetic, and musical fields, intuition, clairvoyance, contact with the higher invisible realms, and the realization of the unity of all life. Not everybody can respond fully to the higher vibrations of Neptune. When afflicted, Neptune cloaks the issue with vagueness, obscurity, illusion, confusion, misunderstanding, intrigue, and fraudulent appearances. The worst afflictions of Neptune indicate fearfulness, morbidity, introversion, sensuality, indulgence, and obsession. From the health standpoint, Neptune sensitizes the organs and functions of the body. Afflicted, it shows a hypersensitive, unhealthy, and abnormal organ or function and can cause deceptive conditions which are extremely hard to diagnose correctly. Being so slow in motion, Neptune's house placement is very important. It takes 14 years to go through a sign. The house it is placed in at birth is more important than the sign. Basic expression, sensitivity, inspiration, compassion, emotion, imagination, clairvoyance, universal love, quietness, sacrifice, positive expression, mysticism, impressionability, responsiveness, sympathy, creativeness, visionary, understanding, peacefulness, devotion, negative expression, dreaminess, fear, over-sentimentality, self-indulgence, delusion, lives in fantasy, chaos, inertia, self-martyrdom,